All right, Kate Stalter here. I'm one of the writers over at MarketBeat. I also host the MarketBeat podcast. Got a story coming out tomorrow about Occidental Petroleum, which is reporting earnings on August 2nd. And analysts are expecting some pretty significant year-over-year increases. Just wanted to show you the stock has beaten both earnings and revenue in each of the past 5 quarters. So is that something we should expect going forward? Well, at this point, who knows? Because gas prices have decreased, which is good for drivers at the pump, but it does impact these companies' profits. And the other thing is obviously inflation. People are cutting back on their driving. So it does remain to be seen what happens here. Let's take a look at the chart. All right, so the stock has been forming a correction. So far, it's 27% from the peak down here to the low. You see nice support right down here above about 54.30, so has not sunk below that, has really managed to hold up above that. In today's action, the market did sink lower. Concerns about the Fed, concerns about Alphabet missing its earnings and revenue. So, you have things that move the market on any given day, but I just read that futures were up for tomorrow. So who knows? This can all change. Just because the futures are up for tomorrow, just a couple hours after the close of the market, does not mean tomorrow is going to be an upside day. But you do see that a lot of these stocks do move in tandem with the broader market, and Occidental is part of the S&P 500, which also did move lower today. So we had a couple interesting things here. We had a base reset over here when the stock sank to a low about almost a year ago, August of 21, formed another base held above that prior structure low. You can see that right there. Now over here in, let me see, late February, right over there, you did have some gains after the company announced that there was a share buyback program. So right over in this range over here. And then you had Berkshire Hathaway announcing that it had taken a $5 billion with a B stake in the company. So that caused a major boost in March. We can check that out on a monthly chart. You do see a nice boost in February. There's where it cleared that previous consolidation January, up in February on some news about share buybacks, Berkshire Hathaway news. And, you can draw a little trend line here on the monthly chart, and you can kind of see that it has been holding above support over there recently. So that's a good thing. So what to expect from the earnings report? Well, I just talked about that. Really remains to be seen whether lower prices, whether inflation cutting into consumer and business behaviors, whether that makes a difference. It does seem pretty clear that we are going to see a gain over last year's numbers. Pop over there and see that. Analysts are expecting something a lot more significant than either one of these. I think 9.84 billion they're expecting, and something pretty significant over $1 a share for the earnings. I don't have that in my memory, but I know it's pretty significant over that. So in any event, unlikely that we're going to see something like a loss or a miss to that type of tune, anything catastrophic, but it could miss views, and that could send the stock lower. As always, be careful around earnings reports. If you do hold a stock that's a fairly big one like this, market cap of 58 billion, you understand its business model, you're ready to hold for the long term, that could be something. But if you are contemplating a buy right now, you might want to consider waiting until after the earnings report. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you found that helpful.